Welcome to the Down Podcast.
I'm Maria. I'm 16 years old. I'm in the 10th grade and I attend I Preparatory Academy.
I am Daniela, 16 years old, 10th grade, and I also attend I Preparatory Academy.
Hi, I'm Imani. I attend I Preparatory Academy. I'm in the 10th grade and I'm 16 years old.
All right, so we are here to discuss dress codes in high schools. This topic had led to controversy. Lately, there have been different opinions about dress codes, and it is important to discuss those differences today. So my question is, how do you guys feel about the dress code policy in most high schools, specifically for females?
I feel that the dress code policy is strictly unfair towards females because it mainly targets females, saying they can't wear things that expose their shoulders, expose, like normally what teenage girls wear, like ripped jeans and tube tops, they can't wear them at school.
Or low-cut shirts, like V-necks and stuff like that. Completely agree.
And it's not targeted to men
as
It's
all.
mostly girls.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we want to talk about our dress code at I Preparatory Academy.
So here's an example of dress codes implemented on our high school students. Students may not wear the following attire: no tank tops, spaghetti straps, tube tops, midriffs, muscle shirts, sleeveless shirts, low-cut necklines, no exposed undergarments, see-through clothing or dropped pants, no mini skirts or excessively short dresses.
No shorts or pants with holes, no attire that can damage property, no slippers, slides, or flip-flops.
No pajamas, no hats, bandanas, hoodies, sweatbands, or other head coverings, except for religious purposes.
This is our school policy. Students are expected to come to school with proper attending, having been given to personal cleanliness, grooming, and neatness of dress. Students whose personal attire or grooming distracts the attention of other students or teachers from their schoolwork, or disrupts the learning environment will be removed from the general population until arrangements can be made to correct the violation.
So now we interviewed a couple of people that attend our school and even a teacher, and these are their responses. IPREP school policy states that the dress code eliminates distractions for other students and even teachers. Do you agree with this policy? Why or why not?
I overall do agree with the policy. I think that sometimes there is clothing that's inappropriate. It's just a little too revealing and it's not necessary. It's just the same as in a work environment where it's not appropriate. This is work for students, so I think they should kind of get used to that idea that they have to adjust themselves to the environment they're in.
Thank you. Have you ever been dress coded? What was your experience?
Yeah, I've been dress coded a couple times. My experience wasn't really that bad. They just told me that my clothing wasn't appropriate and that was about it. They didn't make me go home or change.
Do you feel as if your clothing was actually inappropriate for a school setting?
I mean, I guess kind of, but I don't think it was really distracting.
Okay, thank you. Have you ever been dress coded and what was your experience?
Yes, I have been dress coded. I was dress coded for wearing leggings. My experience was I felt intimidated and more conscious of what I looked like because it felt that if an adult was telling me that what I was wearing was a problem, then now I'm overthinking what other people think of what I'm wearing.
Do you feel as if your leggings were a distraction?
No, not at all. Especially, I think that day I was also covered up, so I didn't see the reason for it. I don't think it was a distraction.
Okay. Thank you. Do you feel that dress codes are more targeted towards girls?
I feel like dress codes are definitely more targeted towards girls. It's probably about the fact that men were always treated as superiors in this patriarchal society in which that women were objects to control. And this is just another way for women to be controlled in a way that they cannot show their own uniqueness in the way that they dress and how they can attract men, because men want to be able to subdue the fact that women are their own people, their own individuals.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bro. Do you feel that dress codes are targeted more towards girls, and if so, why?
I believe that dress codes are more targeted to girls. It's obviously been kind of a standpoint this whole time. I've noticed that when it's more directed to girls, or when it's said more directed, directed to more to girls than it is to guys. I've noticed that in my friends. I've noticed that in our lifestyles, and I noticed that in how people are directed or advised to dress. I noticed that in a lot of schools, restrictions are based on whether you can wear spaghetti straps or not, how tiny your skirts can be, or how tiny your just your overall showing of your body. And just sometimes there is an extent to where dress code is appropriate to be used, but then there's another way where it limits a lot of self-express, and it does it in a so where it restricts a lot of what females wear, and it's very directed to what females wear. And honestly, I sometimes feel bad because sometimes there is this common like double standard where like there's not much a regulation of what men can wear. Like we'll be told to wear, we can't wear jeans that have rips in it or stuff like that, but that's basically it. But then there's a lot more regulation when it comes to females, and I think this is double standard of what dress code is, and I think that's something that needs to be addressed. And I feel like a lot of it, there is an extent to where dress code can be appropriate and needs to be restricted for appropriate reasons, just because we're in a school environment. But there's another reason that it needs to stop being so restricted that it denies self-expression. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons. I don't know. I think that there is this common standard, or this double standard, and I think that there is a double standard when it comes to females and their dress code. So I think that's something that is very prominent and needs to be addressed very quickly.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
What would you change about the dress code policy at iPrep?
Everything. We should be allowed to wear leggings. There's nothing wrong with that. Shoulders are not distracting. We should be able to wear off-the-shoulder shirts. And that's about it. But we should be allowed to wear leggings. Thank you.
What would you change about the dress code policy at iPrep?
I would change the fact that we can't wear leggings or ripped jeans, as well as sandals, because in my opinion there's nothing distracting about sandals, and I don't see the big deal as to why we have to wear closed-toe shoes. As well as leggings are basically the same thing as jeans, so I don't really see the point of banning us wearing leggings and not jeans.
Thank you. What would you change about this dress code policy?
I think what I would mainly change is how girls are the most targeted when it comes to being dress coded, while boys have more freedom to do whatever, like to wear whatever they want to wear. And I think that I will also change how middle school can wear shorts, while high school can't wear shorts, but they can wear skirts, which is basically worse than shorts. And that's basically it.
Go.
Based on the responses I've heard from the interviewees, I definitely agree with majority of what they said. They did mention that girls shouldn't be restricted from what they choose to wear, and I definitely agree, because school is an educational-based environment, and that's really the only thing, we all should be worried about. It's not the fact that, like what we wear is a distraction. It shouldn't be a distraction. You're here to teach us. We're here to learn, and that's that.
Yes, completely agree. And there's also certain, I guess, limitations that you wouldn't cross.
That's obvious.
Yeah, you, of course, wouldn't wear tube tops to school. And, there's certain things that, maybe no leggings. Mm-hmm. No leggings. that shouldn't be a part of dress.
Yeah.
Like the
there's
dress
certain
code.
things
Yeah.
that we agree that shouldn't
Yeah,
be.
we understand.
And then there's things that we do agree that's on that like
Yeah.
you just wouldn't wear, like it's obvious.
Like obviously you wouldn't wear like a mini a
Yes.
mini dress or skirt to school, but there's certain things like leggings that we should be able to wear.
Like I understand that girls, they do actually, like, they do have a lot more to show, you know. Girls, they
Yes.
have boobs
Yes.
and all this stuff, but at the same time you got to understand that there is certain things on the policy that shouldn't
Yeah.
restrict us, you know, from wearing what we want. So I definitely think like some of the stuff on the policy like shouldn't be there.
And this is only just IPREP's policy. There's other policies
That are different,
throughout Florida
stricter.
that are way more restricting
Yeah.
and are totally outrageous.
And like at least a lot of the girls at our iPrep know about this. Like you wouldn't see a girl at iPrep wearing a tank top without like a sweater on because like we understand.
Yeah,
The
we
policy.
we follow
Yeah,
the dress
we do
code.
follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we follow the, like we won't come to school with like tube tops on because that's outrageous, but leggings, like some of the girls come with leggings and I don't see it as a problem.
Yeah, it's not
the
a-
teachers don't see it as the problem. I don't see anyone seeing leggings as a problem.
Like exactly, like leggings, your legs are covered. So how exactly is that a distraction? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said like school is just about. It's not no fashion show. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a school-based environment. You're here to learn, and that's that.
Yes. Okay. Thank you guys for listening.
And joining us on our podcast.
Yes.
I hope we informed you or enlightened you on the topic. So if you want to hear anything else or any more from us, just let us know and maybe ask us about any topics that you want to hear our opinion on.
And that's it for the Dom Podcast.